And Ryan, thank you. Let's bring in attorney Vinoo Varghese to talk about this. And Vinoo, good morning. And
Good morning.
I think that the reporter there actually brought up the debate that has really erupted in the U.S. Could this be a dangerous precedent for the press if Julian Assange indeed does face conspiracy charges over him working with a source, which was Chelsea Manning?
Well, I think the aspect of how he worked with the source is really it's what's issue. So the answer to your question is possibly, but what the government has done in the Eastern District of Virginia, one of the more prominent U.S. attorney's offices in the country, is basically charge him with conspiracy to commit computer hacking, and that involves working with Chelsea Manning to help crack a code or get a code that would get information which he then disseminated. So the act of doing that is a criminal act, right? Breaking into a U.S. database, protected database. And certainly Chelsea Manning has spent time in jail and had her sentence commuted by President Obama as one of his last acts. So the issue here is whether the object of the conspiracy, and they list, is to publish information, whether that's criminal. So the act of breaking into it, that's a criminal act.
Right.
And, ultimately, you got to ask yourself, if you're a journalist, if you're going to be engaging in this stuff. Normally, journalists, sources get their information however they get their information. Journalists then will publish that, or choose to publish that, choose to verify it. Working with the source to break into something, that's different, it appears, then, and may not get any First Amendment protection grounds for it.
Vinoo, how likely is this extradition? How likely is it that he will be extradited to the United States? The U.S. has until middle of June to produce the documents that would be appropriate for the court in London to review and approve that extradition. Do you think it's any hiccups that you foresee here?
Look, at the end, Theresa May had blocked, when she was Home Secretary, had blocked the extradition of another journalist to the United States a few years back in 2012. But here, the position appears to be different. So how likely is? I think it's very likely, because if that weren't the case, the United States would not have unsealed the indictment. So the back channels diplomacy that's going on must be good enough to make the United States feel confident that they could release or actually unseal this indictment, because you have statute of limitations grounds. This is a 2018 grand jury vote that involves things from 2010. Right. So one of the interesting things, I think, if I'm his lawyer, is challenging this procedurally. Hey, you have 5 years on a criminal conspiracy. Well, that meant that indictment should have been voted by sometime in 2015, but the date is 2018, and now obviously he was hiding in a embassy, so some of that time is going to be told. But if I'm his lawyers, I'm going to challenge that.
Well, it's not just the work with Chelsea Manning. We should also add here, but we have to run, but it's also about the publication of documents related to that were stolen from the Democratic Party during the 2016 campaign. A lot of political implications here for this as well, not just the legal. Vinoo, thank you very much. Good to have you here, sir.